Welcome, welcome to all of my travel advisors online. I'm so happy so many of you could join us today. We have an exciting program planned. And before we get started, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you to our Executive Director of the Americas, Insuk Lee.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today's webinar is the final webinar in our 12 Colors of Korean City webinar series. So once again, thank you for continued support to Korea by joining our seminar. And I also would like to welcome those who are new to join our webinar today. Today, we will introduce Andong, Daejeon, and Gyeongju and our Korean DMC partners from US Travel and FNF Korea are joining us too. So I hope today's webinar is again informative time for all of you. And before I hand over back to Patrice, I'd like to share some quick updates with our office. Past weekend, the BTS World Concert was held in New Jersey. So we would like to seize this opportunity. So KTO New York office organized a special offline promotional event to targeting the BTS and K-pop fans to encourage them to visit Korea, and the response was fantastic. And one more thing I'd like to share is that I look at the tourism data for the first half of this year from United States to Korea. The tourist arrival increased by 10% compared to the same period last year. So this data proves that Korea remains a steadily growing outbound market here in the United States. I'd like to ask for your continued interest and support in making Korea a top premier travel destination. Thank you.
Thank you, Insuk. And that was great news. 10% increase in tourism arrivals. Um, that is just amazing. So, to our travel advisors or tour operator partners online today, I want to thank you on behalf of Korea Tourism Organization for sending your clients to Korea. I say this every time. Without you, Korea would not be doing this well. So I thank you for the confidence and thank you for sending your clients to Korea. Insuk is here. She's excited to lead. So if ever you're in New York, please let us know. You could stop by the office. We'll be happy to show you around our office, okay? Amazing 7 floors of Korea history. Now, let's get into this webinar. And it's a bittersweet webinar today, only because I've gotten so used to presenting to all of you online. We have 100 plus advisors and tour operators online at this moment. And this webinar, this series, the 12 Colors of Korean Cities, was created so that one, you could learn about Korea, all of those hidden gems. Two, you could connect with our DMC partners because they are the specialists. They know everything about Korea and they are the best ones who could share that with you. And three, updates. And I think one of the most interesting aspects of this campaign is that one of you lucky travel advisors or tour operator partner will get a chance to travel to Korea and live your K itinerary. So far, we've gotten three winners, and we're so excited about these winnings because we've received on average 15, 20, sometimes 30 plus itineraries after each webinar. And it's so difficult. The judges, INSUC doesn't judge, I can't judge. We have our DMCs. Each webinar has, like we have the three DMCs today, they would judge the winners of this segment. So it's been difficult for our DMCs because they say, all of the itineraries are just amazing. Just a quick overview of the campaign. You attend a discovery session like you're doing now. We have three cities, two DMCs, and outfitting for Daejeon. Then you go ahead and you create your K itinerary. You don't have to be online, but I always say it's a good thing because you're hearing it directly from the DMCs live, right? And you could ask questions directly. You go online and then you go to our website, 12colorsofkoreancities.com, and you upload your K itinerary. And with that, all itineraries are sent to our DMCs and they will select a winner, right? So far, I think we've gotten two winners. And today we're going to announce our third winner. And then later on in August, August 30th, we'll announce our grand prize winner. That person would win a trip to Korea. Very simple, very engaging. We've loved it, and we look forward to this. Now, today, our featured cities, Andong, Daejeon, and Gyeongju, right? Unique cities, very, very simple, but lots to offer for your clients. And these are amazing presenters. You've heard from In Suk Lee, or executive director. You'll hear from Frank Shin. And Frank is the senior director of US travel. I know it's almost midnight in Korea. Here's Frank. Frank just popped up.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Frank Shin, Senior Director of US Travel Korea. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar.
Thank you, Frank. And then we have Susie Kim. Susie is the director of F&F Korea.
Hey everybody, thanks very much for being here.
Awesome. So now I'm going to present on Daejeon, and then I'll have Susie and Frank join you later and present on Andong and Gyeongju, which is our number one historical site in Korea. I'm going to turn my camera off like I always do, and so that we could focus on the presentation. All right. So today, this is a very interesting city. And I would like, this is a destination I feel that doesn't get nearly enough attention on Korean itineraries, like Daejeon. It's often overlooked because most travelers pass right through it on the KTX between Seoul and Busan without ever even stopping. But Daejeon is a fantastic standalone stop in Korea or an add-on. So for your itinerary, I want you to include all three cities, Andong, Daejeon, and of course, Gyeongju, right? But in the future, if you're creating itineraries for your clients, please, this can be standalone, right? Because Daejeon offers the cutting edge science attractions, the real hot spring wellness um, destinations, and some of the best nature access in the country, right? And it's only about 50 minutes from Seoul. I mean, by the end of this session, you would have everything you need to know just to start to pitch Daejeon confidently. Now, location. Now, Daejeon sits in the center of South Korea, which is precisely why it became Korea's transportation hub, right? So getting around is very, very easy. A population of 1.45 million friendly Koreans live in Daejeon, and it's Korea's fifth largest city. It's big enough to have real infrastructure and amenities, but far less crowded than Seoul. So there it goes. If you're looking for that quiet, unique gem, Daejeon is one of those destinations you want to consider for your clients. Yeah, it's okay to spend a few nights in Seoul, that energy, that excitement. But when travelers go on vacation, a lot of them want that me time, relaxation time. Think of Daejeon. It's only about 160 kilometers south of Seoul, which you could see here on a map. Seoul is up at the top here. Daejeon is right at the bottom, right? And then let me go to the selling points, right? 50 minutes from Seoul takes you about an hour. Um, Gyeongju International Airport, and Korea has 9 international airports, just so that you know that 9 international airports and 8 domestic airports. Korea is a very advanced country, um, excellent highway and railway network throughout the region, right? Through not just the region Daejeon, but throughout Korea. So for if you have clients who are flying into the region, Gyeongju International Airport is only 45 minutes away from Daejeon. And because it's a transportation hub, road and rail connections in every direction are excellent. And just a little history, because Daejeon's story is really a story of, I would say, transformation. It started as a modest trading town in the Joseon dynasty, then grew rapidly once it became a major railway junction connecting the country. Trust me, everybody wants to go to Daejeon, right? The turning point for Daejeon was back in 1993, and correct me in if I'm wrong, back in 1993 when Daejeon hosted the World Expo. That single event shaped the city's identity and infrastructure. Today, that legacy has evolved into Daejeon's current role as Korea's science and innovation capital, which is really the story I want to spend the next couple of slides on. And so this is what really sets Daejeon apart from every other stop on a typical Korea itinerary. It's home to KAIST, which is the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. Yes, it's essentially Korea's answer to MIT, along with dozens of government research institutes, a landmark science and technology showcase, and of course, um, the Expo Science Park. And you have a city whose identity is built. Daejeon is built on science and innovation. I hope you guys are as excited as I am because um, just being in Daejeon was a really exciting experience before I realized this exists. Now, these 5 stops are pretty much the backbone of Daejeon itinerary. So if you are considering sending your clients to Daejeon, send them there for a few days. Or DMCs will tell us how many days, and it depends on your clients. But Hanbat Arboretum is one of the largest urban arboretum in Asia, and that's pretty much a live museum with plants, an experience of a lifetime, right? Over 20, I think it was like over 22,000 live plants. Then you have the National Museum and the Expo Science Park, like I mentioned. And now, if you have clients who are interested in wellness, hot springs, Korea has lots of hot springs. So they could immerse into the wellness side of Korea. And I mentioned one of the largest live museums is also in Daejeon. And then food. So no Korea itinerary is complete, I think, without food. And Daejeon, I say, delivers. Songsim-dang Bakery is Korea's most famous bakery. It's a destination in its own right with lines outside the door. So just imagine what that much look must look like. And so everyone wants to go to Daejeon just to experience that famous bakery. So when you create your itinerary and you include Daejeon, make sure you include Songsimdang Bakery because it's a must visit. And for a savory option, kalguksa, which is a hand-cut knife noodle soup. I have a photo here on the screen. It is one of the regional specialties worth seeking out. So, great tofu dishes. Now, overall, what I would say is that Daejeon offers a strong, authentic dining experience. As a matter of fact, I would say the entire Korea offers an authentic dining experience because Seoul has its own. Remember, I mentioned Michelin star restaurants. We have Busan, known for the seafood, Andong for mackerel, right? And then we are now talking about Daejeon with the bakery, the Songsumdang bakery, and the hand-cut knife noodle soup. And why would advisors, you ask yourself, why advisors should sell Korea or Daejeon in particular, and who should you pitch Daejeon to? And I personally think that Daejeon works across a wide range of client profiles. Like luxury travelers get an uncrowded, high quality alternative to the usual itineraries, right? So if you have clients who want to learn, who want to focus on science and innovation, Daejeon offers that experience. Families and educational groups, right? That is key. They get a world-class hands-on science content experience. Wellness, wellness travelers get the hot springs, forest bathing, and red clay trail. Did you know that in Daejeon, there's a red clay trail, which is a local favorite? And so, if you want to surprise your travelers, your clients, have them experience the red clay trail. And what it is, it's a barefoot walking path believed to have health benefits, right? And this is genuine, this is popular with our visitors, my travel advisors. So it's the Red Clay Trail, and they can go barefoot, all right? And just to add for the independent FIT travelers, they get an easy, well-connected add-on or standalone to the Seoul and Busan route, right? Corporate clients, Daejeon's convention infrastructure and research institute, it makes it strong from a Mazamais destination. So, in short, I feel that this is a city with something to offer nearly every client segment you work with. All right. So, thank you so much for listening. This was your part one, which was Daejeon. And then now I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you to Frank Chin, Senior Director of U.S. Travel. Welcome, Frank.
Hi, morning everyone. My name is Frank Shin, Senior Director of U.S. Travel Korea. First of all, thank very much for joining today's webinar. Let me introduce U.S. Travel Korea a little bit. Our travel agency was established in 1979 in New York, Buffalo. Our head office moved from Buffalo to Manhattan in 1991, and then also 1999, our head office moved from Manhattan to Seoul, and then we have head office in Seoul. We have branch in New York. Today, I would like to introduce Gyeongju, one of the Korea's most fascinating destinations, often called the museum without walls. Gyeongju combines 1,000 years of history with authentic Korean culture, beautiful scenery, and excellent accessibility. I hope today's presentation gives you some new idea for future Korea programs. Why Gyeongju? There are three main reasons. First, Gyeongju is the best place to experience Korea's Asian heritage. It was the capital of the Silla Kingdom for nearly 1,000 years and is home to many UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Second, visitors can enjoy authentic Korean culture through temple stays, traditional tea ceremonies, hanbok experiences, local food, and then cultural festivals. Finally, Gyeongju is easy to reach and easy to explore. It's only about 2 to 3 hours from Seoul or Busan by KTX, which is a bullet train, and most attractions are located closer together. Let me briefly introduce Gyeongju. It is located in southeastern Korea, as you can see, and the city has a population of around 250,000 people and covers an area of over 1,300 square kilometers. More importantly, Gyeongju served as the capital of Silla Kingdom from 57 BC to AD 935. Today, it is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage City and also hosted the 2025 APEC Economic Leaders Meeting, demonstrating its importance as both a historical and international destination. Getting to Gyeongju is very convenient. Most international travelers arrive through Incheon International Airport. From there, they simply take the train to Seoul Station and then take the KTX to Shingyongju Station. Visitors arrive through Busan's Gimhae International Airport can easily reach Busan Station by limousine bus or metro before taking the KTX. Overall, transportation is efficient and comfortable and tourist friendly. Gyeongju is often called cradle of Korean civilization. As the capital of Silla Kingdom for nearly 1,000 years, it became the political and cultural and artistic center of Korea. It is also the heart of Korean Buddhism, featuring world-famous sites such as Bulguksa Temple and Sakram Grotto. In addition, Gyeongju was an important center for science and astronomy, represented by Cheomseongdae Observatory. Throughout the city, visitors can also see more than 300 royal tombs, making Gyeongju one of the world's largest open-air museums. Gyeongju is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Bulguksa Temple is Korea's most famous Buddhist temple, an outstanding example of Buddhist architecture. Sakram Grotto houses a magnificent granite Buddha overlooking the East Sea, and it is regarded as one of Asia's finest Buddhist masterpieces. Together with Gyeongju historic areas, these sites allow visitors to experience over 1,000 years of Korean history in one destination. Among all Gyeongju's many attractions, Daejeon royal tombs are especially impressive. Visitors can walk among the royal burial mounds while learning about the Shilla dynasty. Another must-see attraction is Dongbung Palace and Walji. During the evening, the beautifully illuminated pond creates one of Korea's most spectacular night views and is a favorite photography spot. Cheomseongdae Observatory is the oldest surviving astronomical observatory in Asia. It demonstrates the advanced scientific achievement of ancient Korea. Nearby Hangnidan-gil offers a completely different experience. Traditional hanbok buildings have been transformed into stylish cafes, restaurants, boutiques, and then local shops, making it one of Korea's trendiest streets. Today's travelers increasingly look for authentic experiences rather than simply sightseeing. Gyeongju offers many opportunities. Visitors can wear a traditional hanbok while exploring a historical site, participated in a temple stay with meditation and Buddhist culture, or enjoy a traditional Korean tea ceremony in beautiful hanok setting. These hands-on experiences create unforgettable memories and are especially popular among international travelers. Of course, no visit is complete without local cuisine. Gyeongju is well known for specialties such as Gyeongju sambap, Hwangnam bread, Korean beef dishes, and the traditional local cuisine. Food is becoming one of the strongest motivations for travel, and Gyeongju offers an excellent opportunity for visitors to experience authentic Korean flavors. Gyeongju is not only a historical city, but also a modern international destination. It successfully hosted the 2025 APEC Economic Leaders Meeting, welcoming leaders from 21 member economies. The city also offers excellent tourism infrastructure, including high convention center and a wide range of international hotels from luxury to business class. This makes Gyeongju ideal for both leisure travelers and MICE groups. Although Gyeongju is attractive throughout the year, spring and autumn are the most popular seasons. Cherry blossoms in spring and the colorful autumn foliage provide a spectacular scenery around the temples and royal tombs. Present weather also makes walking and outdoor sightseeing very comfortable. These seasons are especially popular with photographers and cultural travelers. Finally, I would like to introduce one of our most popular tour product. Our guaranteed departure coach tour, KS702, is an excellent, is an 8-day journey covering Korea's major UNESCO site and a cultural highlight. Gyeongju is one of the key destinations where guests visit Bulguksa Temple and Sakuran Grotto before continuing to Andong or other iconic destinations. The tour operates with a minimum of 2 participants, making it very flexible for international travelers. We run this program every week, every Friday, start this program. If you are looking for an easy way to include Gyeongju in your Korea programs, this product is an excellent option. Thank you very much for your attention today. I hope this presentation has given you a better understanding of why Gyeongju should be included in your Korea itinerary. Thank you.
Frank, thank you for that informative presentation on Gyeongju. One of my favorite things to do when I'm in Gyeongju is to wear the hanbok. And the hanbok is, I think that's a traditional Korean wear. That's what the kings and queens wore during the Joseon dynasty. And that gets you into whether it's the palaces or the parks for free. That is my Instagrammable moment. So thank you, Frank. This was really, really a great presentation. All right.
This is my honor and pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And now I have the pleasure of introducing you to Susie Kim. And Susie Kim is with F and F. Korea. Fun and Feel Korea Travel. Now, Susie, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Susie, and I'm working for FNX Korea DMC. Today, I do not want to simply explain another destination in Korea. Instead, I would just like you relax and listen to an interesting story. It is a story about one family, one village, and more than 600 years of Korean history. So let us travel back in time to Andong. Our story begins more than 600 years ago. One family surnamed Liu settled in a region called Andong. Their child had child, and those child had child of their own. Generation after generation, the Liu's family grew until they formed an entire village. They were known higher education, Confucian family. They perceived respected scholar, government officer, and national leader, and according to the local pride. They were also considered quite handsome. At that time, Korea was ruled by the king of the Joseon dynasty. This social is very close social. You cannot open place talking about king or royal family. So ordinary people use humor, song, dancing, and mask to express that they could not always say directly. Behind the smiling mask, they uh, become a fame. This on they using this dancing and some song. They making a social satire satire satire. So this performance become a very famous Hallway mask dance. You go to the Andro, you can see this. And then, uh, um, and then, 600 years passed. Amazingly, descendants of the Liu clan still living in this village today. Uh, in Joseon Dynasty, they have so many words and political changing and modernization and village still survive. So the traditional house still there and the very narrow road still there. And amazingly, this become one of the Korea finest historical landmarks. Hawaii Village was designed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 1999, Queen Elizabeth, uh, she visiting this UNESCO village in Andong. And that time, she had the 73rd birthday. So we celebrate like Korea traditional style. After 20 years, she's son, Prince Andrew, also visited this same village. So now people, even Korean people, they come to Ando, and many uh, come from around the world to the see this village still um, preserve the spirit of Korean from 6 century ago. And when your guest visit or you visit, uh, the this village people will be, yeah, walking around and talking together with you. You will be, yeah, the village people, they may be welcomed by the descendants of the very family that has living there for generations. If you go to another city, they have very modern and maybe they have luxurious hotel and they have Michelin restaurant and they have many shopping. Maybe they have very entertainment place like Blackpink and BTS. Of course, that is good place too. But Andong, you can go to the some, yeah, the historical site and they have many traditional house and you can experience really Korean local like this. After then, you can enjoy in here. Just now I say the smiley mask performance here. And you can see this is one called 줄불놀이. 줄불놀이 meaning is we making one rope, put on the hill and put the fire, of course during nighttime, and then you can enjoy uh, some, yeah, of course we can enjoy like this event, but exactly we praying this school year safety and happy. And uh, if you go to the Andong, you still can experience like this so many activity and many good place you can visit it. But Andong not just only how I believe. You can see, you feel what is this, like traditional house or the museum or just garden. Exactly, this is one school, traditional school. Of course, World UNESCO Heritage Site too. So if you go to Andong, you can feel why Andong has um, so many government officers. They come from here because they have many school like this, good view and quiet but good scenery. They can study here. And have you heard about one drama named Mr. Sunshine? Actually, yeah. When you're watching the Korea drama Mr. Sunshine, you can understand why parts of it were filmed here. The landscape already feels cinematic in Andong. His story does not feel distant. It feels beautiful, personal, and alive. Of course, if you have a chance, I really want to recommend Julbul Nori, this fire show too. Okay, let's. This is maybe we very love part. Yeah, we in Korea have one saying, even mountain kumgang is better after a good meal. Can you understand what meaning? It meaning that no matter how beautiful a place may be, you should first enjoy something delicious. Yes, Andong food also tells story and very delicious food. First, I will introduce this called hot 제사밥, very hard word, but this is very traditional food, only in Andong. Maybe you go to another city, you cannot try to this. What is this food? Exactly that meaning is ceremony food without ceremony. One meaning. Actually, in Andong, not just Andong, in Korea, after people dying, uh, we we think people have spirit uh, still nearby they own children place. So the house. So every year when he dying or when she dying, this spirit come back to the house. So if you are rich family, you can making very good food and give to this spirit. So they will be enjoy and they will be making you more growing and more riches. So, Andong is noble family, many noble family, many government officer. So they all the time making like this event food, ceremony food, and waiting the spring. Of course, now they being a one culture, the guests come to here. Yeah, always you can enjoy this ceremony without ceremony food. called hot So after this, you can see this mackerel. Exactly, Andong is one, yeah, in middle of the Korea. So no sea without the sea city, but without ocean. But still, mackerel is very famous. Why? Can you imagine? So we specially call Andong salted mackerel. This food is very famous. You go to the Andong, must have to eat. But now I'm not saying about this story. If you want to know about this story, please come to Andong. My guide will be introduced this story. Okay, next one is very famous one, soju. Do you know soju? What is soju? It's Korean, yeah, vodka alcohol. Exactly, Andong had a very good alcohol. They have factory, of course, and they, of course, all time they have a really traditional style, but now they have factory too. So if you go to Andong, you must have to try Andong soju too. Actually, uh, every dish has a story. Every flavor has a reason. So when you or your guests come to Korea and traveling with FNS, they do not simply eat the food. They discover the story behind it. Okay, so how to go to Andong? You can see the Andong is if you come to Incheon Airport, we call Incheon, that is Seoul, Korea capital, one very uh, biggest international airport. So if you reach Incheon Airport to the Andong, almost 3 hour by car, so 270 kilometers. If you go to Busan, second largest city in Korea, so Busan Airport to Andong, 2 hours 15 minutes. Of course, you can come to Korea and directly go to Andong. It is good choice too, but um, but I will, Suji will introduce how to go. Actually, you are come from most of your guests will be from US, right? So they maybe direct flight is almost 10 hour, 11 hour. Sometimes you are come from Southern America, maybe direct flight is 14, even Mexico. If you come from more far from there and waiting time almost yeah 20 hours. So you come to Korea, no need to just go one city and go to another country. I suggest you can stay in Korea. Yeah, unless 7 days. If you have more longer time, 10 days or 2 weeks. So Susie suggests first Seoul. Seoul has a history, modern and shopping. Of course, if you want to any entertain like K-pop or K-beauty, yes, of course, in Seoul, everything has. But you go to another one, Museumsan is my favorite place. Uh, there has a meditation place and mountain and space art and healing. Of course, they have architecture too. Then, if you go to Sobeksan, they have Guinsa Temple. You know, Korea has very many temple, and Guinsa Temple is very famous one. In Korea, biggest temple, and they had some in the autumn season, maybe almost the end of October to early November. They have some event making kimchi. Why that's special? Because they 10,000 cabbages. They using 10,000 cabbages in one time making kimchi. You know kimchi, Korean spicy vegetable, cabbage. Yeah, maybe many people now they know about kimchi. Okay, after then you can go to Andong. Just now I say Andong is 600 years before one family, uh, from one family story. And then Gyeongju. Gyeongju already Frank introduced to you, is uh, open air museum. Exactly, very good place too. After then, go to Busan. Busan is Korea's second largest city. You can see this scenery has a very nice sea and very good history too. Okay, this is my last page. I think is many agency they can book the hotel. Many agency can, of course, hire the car and they can arrange all very good guide too. But uh, FNF is not simply book. Story must be discovered and understand and carefully create. At FNF, we design journey where every destination has meaning, every meal has a story, and every experience becomes a memory. We do not simply guide people, we connect people to Korea. So let me leave you with three simple lines. Experience Korea, experience Andong, experience it with FNF. Thank you very much. We looking forward to creating your next Korean story together. Thank you.
Wow, Susie, that was an amazing presentation. Thank you. I think everybody online is hungry right now, especially, I see all the hats flying talking about the mackerel. So thank you for that great presentation. Now we will go on into Q&A. So we've had several questions in our inbox already, which Insuk and I have responded to pretty much most of the questions, but the ones that are unanswered. For example, Susie, could you come back online along with Frank? So we'll spend a quick 5 minutes answering questions if possible. So, Susie, this one's for you from Bry. In Andong, would you recommend staying at a hotel or a hanok for a small group of 7 to 5 people?
That, well, yes, that's when if they want to trying to some Korea traditional house, I think Andong is a very good place. So Andong has a Korea a traditional house called Hanok, especially five-star service, Lakgoje, and Gurume. This those kind of Hanok is very good choice for them.
Awesome. And Frank, would you also recommend a hanok or hotel to Bry's clients?
So actually, I mentioned about the Gyeongju accommodation. Uh, the Gyeongju hosted 2025 APEC Leaders Summit, and then definitely the Hilton and the Lahan Hotel, five-star hotel, and then Kolong and Dokei Hotel is four-star hotel, and some of business class hotels um, existed. So there's no any problem to stay overnight in Gyeongju.
Okay,
So
great.
plenty of accommodations. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And Frank, Dinesh asks that you share the link for the fixed departures. So those who are interested in the PowerPoint presentation, just send me an
Mm-hmm.
email and I'll send it out to you. I just don't want to send it out and you don't really need it. So if you need the PowerPoint presentation, I'll share Susie and Frank's. Now, this question is, what is the preferred supplier? Michelle, I think that's open. We have several suppliers. I'm not too sure if you're referring to DMCs in Korea. If you can, just clarify your question. What is the best? And this is for Susie and Frank. Susie, you could go first. What is the best order in which to visit these three destinations? So, Andong, Gyeongju, and we also have Daejeon. What do you recommend for Adrian's clients?
Okay, I will answer this question. Actually, because we are land operator, so just a few days before I go to Daejeon because Daejeon is Korea Silicon Valley. We can call to Korea Silicon Valley because that place have a Korea KAIST and actually exactly under the government they have many some science or AI some part of AI school or some government part. So actually, but not just pushing only Daejeon because every people will be different. For example, if your customer want to relax and more, more science and they want to healing, I suggest go to Andong but they very interesting about some history and more UNESCO heritage site, of course, Gyeongju. And
Okay,
then if
but
they,
Susie, no.
yeah,
In terms of, so if they have clients going to Korea, what is the best order? Would they go to Andong first and then Gyeongju after? Where should they visit first in order?
it is really like my really favorite place is Gyeongju. So
So should they go
I
to
chose,
Gyeongju first? Should they go to
yes,
Gyeongju first and then Andong and Daejeon? Which is the first destination they should go to? Gyeongju?
you mean that this only one day they have, right?
No
Only choose
order.
one
No, they're there for a few
order.
days. Which
Ah,
order?
okay. So if they are these three cities, only first one is Andong. I recommend Andong.
And what's the next one they'll go following?
After that, also sorry because on the road because the traffic we must have to go to Daejeon first and then Andong and then Gyeongju.
Okay, perfect. That answers the question. Lorena asks, is there a tour just for wealth or beauty? Yes, there is. Or tour operator partners would create a bespoke itinerary. So if you just want wellness or beauty, yes, there's several tours that can be created. Hanok, does Hanok have Western bedrooms? And I think I could answer that. Some of them do offer Western bedrooms, right? Is that correct, Frank? And
I mean that Hanoi is our traditional house is a little bit different from that of Western style space or house. So today, some of Hanok, which is Korean traditional houses, was remodeled to the modernized space. So there must be a bed, and there must the modernized the bathroom kind of things. But unlike the old-fashioned Hanok, it is very nice experience to stay at the Hanok.
All right, thank you. What kind of experiences are offered in Andong and Daejeon? And this is going to be my last questions. Bear with me, guys. We're going to announce the winner. We should be wrapping up in 5 minutes. What kind of workshops are there available in art experience per se workshops in Daejeon?
As I uh, as far as I know that the Daejeon is the metropolitan city. It's only uh, within hour by bullet train from Seoul to Daejeon. So normally people do not stay at the Daejeon itself. So on the way to the Busan or on the way to the Gyeongju, they step by Daejeon, and then after that they will go to Gyeongju or Busan. So I think that Gyeongju is not a overnight stay destination, just the excursion from Seoul to Daejeon.
Okay. And then in Andong, just to add to this, there's the Andong Hanji, which is the Korean traditional paper. You could make that as a group in a group setting. There's pottery, natural dyeing, fork painting, metal crafts, and even cooking classes. All right. So thank you very much. And then let's move to the next slide. I have to announce the winner. Bruce, are you there? So a winner for our winner's circle is Althea Wim Man. And Althea is from Setters Point Travels. And the itinerary demonstrated authentic, immersive, and bookable experiences. Althea did an amazing job and with the rhythms of Korea. We loved this itinerary. And this is the first time we had our DMC in Korea selected the same person as our winner. So Althea Wyman, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Wyman, you're receiving a $500 gift card. Everyone who has won the Amazon gift card has received their gift card. I have three pending gifts, right? And so Susan, I know you're out there, and Althea, I think you won a gift last time. The ones that we selected, we didn't like those, so you will be receiving your beauty gift from Amazon. It will be shipped directly to you. I have your address, and now I'm back in office. I'll send out your beauty gifts, okay? So now what I can say is that we've completed Q1, Dangyang, Jeju, and Daegu. Q2, Bosang, Jeonju, and Suwon. Q3, 1, Pyeongchang, Busan, and Seoul. And this is our final discovery series to my travel advisors. Andong, Daejeon, and Gyeongju. So now what you will do is create your K itinerary and submit your itinerary by August 18th, right? And the K winner will be announced on August 21st. So go to our website, Korean cities, Korean12cities.com and upload your itinerary by August 18th. And this is the big one, everyone. The grand prize winner. So you don't have to just for all of you online, I know you have not won the Amazon gift card, but you still have an opportunity to win the grand prize. All right. The grand prize is a trip to Korea. You can go to Korea and experience your K itinerary. All right. So please upload by August 30th, you would receive that via email. As we say in Korea, 감사합니다. Thank you for making this Discovery series a success. And Frank and Susie, do you want to say goodbye to our travel advisors? And Insuk.
Thank you so much for our presentation and then your attendance. So I hope to see you soon. And if you have any kind of questions, please feel free to send us.
Thank you very much for attending this presentation. And please, anytime, send us email. Already, we shared this email. And if you want this presentation, yes, of course, I will send to you too. Thank you very much. Welcome to Korea, and we always welcome yours.
And Insuk?
Yeah, everyone, yeah, I can see there are a lot of questions and in the question and answer box and also chat box as well. So I try to answer whichever I can. And but still, you guys can always reach out to us, any of us here, for more information. And I'm sure we can able to customize everything that your client has. So yeah, please contact us at any convenient time and let's keep in touch. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
안녕.